Hi, Mr. Commissioner. It's Aussie Villain. Look, mate, I'm not happy. There's been some sort of mistake with the selection for the All-Star game. Well, mate, it needs to be fixed. It's unacceptable. What's the problem? You're only supposed to be taking one Cub, and you've gone and chosen four.
Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to the Chicago Cubs. It is Season 4, Episode 4 today. We have the Giants. We're hosting the Giants post-All-Star break. And as ever, this time of the season, there is a lot to catch you up on. But we are still the joint best team in baseball, and we are still joined with the Cincinnati Reds. It's unbelievable. We are run away, the best two teams in baseball, and we're in the same division. Someone's going to go in the wild card, and that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, let's start the catch-up by a little bit of sad news, and that is, you can see here, Montano is out for 10 months. He came out of nowhere, looked an absolute star for us, and did his elbow ligament reconstruction, which never bodes well, does it? It's not only that he's lost him for 10 months, it's that he's unlikely to come back this pitcher, isn't he? So yeah, it's a shame. We'll deal with it the best we can. But yeah, really sad because he, as I say, came out of nowhere and he was looking like he was going to be a very, very good bullpen pitcher for us. Now, let's start by looking at ourselves and how we've been getting on. Now, we, of course, left with an extra innings win over the Cincinnati Reds, which was huge. Things quickly got back to normal because we lost in extra innings. We actually got swept at home by Texas, which is not great. But if we do have a look at this game, we can see we hit a bottom of the ninth grand slam from Kevin Maid, who I suspect may have got a new trainer because he's hit a lot of home runs recently. And then we gave up 4 right back. I mean, how do you hit a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth and then lose the game? But anyway, it was the only hit really that Maid got. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it was fine. The game, we got some hits, and yeah, we just threw it away late on, unfortunately. So these things can happen, can't they? But we bounced back well. Atlanta came to town and we swept them, so made up for the Texas series. But in Game 2 here, a 4-0 win. And a 4-0 win that featured 0 hits from the Braves. Now, unfortunately, it was only a team no-hitter, not for an individual pitcher. You can see how the bats went there, but the bats were not the story in this one. The story was very much the pitchers. Croquet went 5 hitless, and then we had Hertz and Bednar coming in to finish the job for us. Just a wonderful all-round team performance. And then we sort of settled into just being a decent team. We won 2 of 3 in St. Louis. We only won 1 of 3 in Pittsburgh. We only won 1 of 3 at home to St. Louis. Then we went to New York. We won 3 of 4 against the Mets, including an extra inning win, which is always nice. The Dodgers came to town. We lost the last day in June, but over to July. And we can see that we won the rest of that series to win 2 of 3. We won 2 of 3 against Pittsburgh. We won 3 of 4 in San Diego. And then clocked off for the All-Star break early because we lost 2 of 3 in Arizona. So that was a little bit of a disappointing way to end. 18 of 32 we won, which is a win percentage of .563. So the overall standings... And as I say, it's us in Cincinnati. There is nobody else in baseball that is even within, who's the closest, 5 games for the Dodgers and the Mariners. Yeah, nobody else is even really close to us. And it's just such a shame that one of us, hopefully them, is going to end up in the wild card this year. If we look at some of the team leaders, we can see there that Vlad Jr. is right up there on the on-base plus slug. Petey Crow Armstrong, who, spoiler alert, was one of our All-Stars. He's right up there in WAR. And if we go down pitches, not much. We've actually got rid of Vargas as our closer. We have a little bit of a closer look here at the pitching numbers. It's not that he's blowing that many saves. His ERA is just a little bit too high, and he's making games that should be comfortable, just a little bit more nervy for us. Now, the one change that we've made with Montano's injury is Zerpa has come back in. Now, we're using him in the bullpen. There was someone in the comments right back at the start of the season that said they used him in their bullpen, and he was quite good. So we're going to try that with us. He didn't really work as a starter at all, but as a bullpen pitcher, left arm, you can never have too many left arms in the bullpen, can you? So that is that. Bednar is our new closer as well, and yeah, so that is that. We'll hopefully see some good results from him. But yeah, generally speaking, it's going very well with the pitching. Now onto the hitting. So yeah, over to the hitting, and again, it's going fairly well. Rojas is having a little bit of a down spell. Triantos had a down spell and is sort of bouncing back from that now. But those two aside, Swanson has been disappointing with the bat again on 27 million. But McQuaid is back. He has come in for Casey, who has gone back to AAA. But yeah, Brennan Davis is still putting up decent-ish numbers. His batting average is still it's a little low, to be honest, for what he was starting off as. But yeah, generally speaking, as I say, it's all looking very, very good with Vlad and McQuaid just leading the way, running the show, and everybody else around them just chipping in. And that's all we need, isn't it? We just need to make sure that Vlad and McQuaid show up when inevitably, surely at this point, we make the postseason. So let's switch our attention over to the All-Star Game. Now, this is how the voting finished up. You'll notice there's a few Cubs there. I thought we might have a few more up there, to be honest. Vlad won most votes at first base. If we go down, we did have Petey Crow Armstrong in center field, third in the voting. McQuaid was top amongst designated hitters. Jack Perkins, nice to see him getting some recognition. Fourth in voting amongst starting pitchers, and there was no bullpen pitchers there, which again is maybe a little bit surprising. But the teams that were selected, so we can see the American League team there. Now, I don't think there was any former Cubs that we let go. Just double checking as I run my eyes down the list. And yeah, no, I don't see any. So that's obviously a good thing that we're not giving away good players. And down to the National League now, our All-Stars, Cole Sands, a first All-Star appearance for him, which is excellent. He's been brilliant out of the bullpen. I'm very tempted to move him into the starting rotation, but he's just getting the job done in the bullpen. I don't necessarily want to mess that up. But the rest of our call-ups were the hitting side of things. So Vlad got a fourth All-Star appearance. And then if we just quickly go down a little bit further here, we'll see that we also had McQuaid for a second time and Petey Crow Armstrong getting a first All-Star appearance as well. So yeah, very, very pleased with that. And the game was a very narrow win for the National League, which is good. If we have a look at the batters and how our boys did, hopefully we can see everybody there. Petey Crow Armstrong was a designated a pinch hitter in this one, or a defensive sub perhaps even. But he got a hit and an RBI, so that's very good. It might have even been the game winner, to be honest. I should have probably looked at that a little bit closer. McQuaid went 0 for 2, and Vlad also went 0 for 2, so not a great day for those guys. But if we have a look at the pitching, Cole Sands got the start. So the I don't know, that make him like the best pitcher in baseball, or certainly in the National League. I'm surprised that he got the start, given that we're using him around the bullpen, but didn't do well. Gave up 2 walks, a hit and a run, but it doesn't matter. He got his All-Star appearance and he got an All-Star start to boot. Now, of course, the other thing that happened in this crazy period is the first-year player draft. So our first round, we went for Mike Witzner, an 18-year-old. We won't see him for a little bit, but potentially a very good bat, can play in the outfield, and focuses on the essentials. I do try to draft, where possible, a good personality as much as the talent that they have. Second round, we went and got Arjun Nimala. So he is a little bit more sort of player for now. I wanted to try and make sure we had players coming through that could sort of play into our ground ball pitching philosophy that we've taken up. So he's going to be a very good defensive second baseman, an okay shortstop as well. So he fits that profile, and he's also a fairly solid bat as well, potentially, of course. Third round, we got a shortstop. Now, maybe not quite the defensive gem that we would like, but could definitely play third or second base quite well. And again, another one that, if the bat comes through, is going to be a fairly solid hitter as well. Fourth round, we went and got ourselves a pitcher. Now, he hasn't signed as of yet, but he should be. Now, he is somebody who could be the future as an emergency starter. I think we could probably turn him into a starter, if I'm honest. But he's a ground ball pitcher, so again, sort of keeping up with that philosophy. Now, the one downfall and maybe why he won't make it as a starting pitcher is the changeup. But if he has a solid sinker and fastball, then he might do okay. But he probably will need to improve that changeup of his. Now, it wasn't a great graduating class, if I'm honest, this year. Fourth round, we went and got Doug Garlow. Again, a fairly decent defensive first baseman, left fielder, and a solid bat, if not outstanding. So again, we'll kind of see what we get with him. Fifth round, we went and got ourselves a starting pitcher. Again, a ground ball pitcher, so sort of going all in on that general philosophy. And yeah, we'll see what we get. He's, again, a high school guy, 18, so there's a lot of growing for him to do. Sixth round, again, another ground ball pitcher. So again, we'll see what we get. I don't like the personality, to be honest, mental lapses and general lack of hustle, but hopefully we can maybe train that out of him. I don't know, but I did like the looks of him as a ground ball pitcher. So I'll sort of trade off one for the other. And then at this point, we were just kind of trying to just draft the best players we could. One other guy that might come through, because I drafted a couple of like fly ball pitchers that could be good, just because we could trade them down the line. But yeah, this is the other guy that might kind of work out. We found him in the 11th round, and yeah, he could be a decent. He's not really defensively solid enough at second base for what we're looking for, but there might be a batter in there, and worst case scenario, hopefully someone we can trade. So yeah, that was the first year player draft. So that's more or less everything caught up on. Let's go check the lineups for this game against the Giants. On your feet, Chicago, as we try to finally get ahead of those friggin' Reds. At first base, it's Vlad Jr. At second base, it's Kevin May. At third base, it's Sadani Rafaela. At shortstop, it's Dansby Swanson. In left field, it's William McQuaid. In center field, it's Pete Crow Armstrong. In right field, it's Brennan Davis. The designated hitter is James Trianton. The catcher tonight is Thomas Nido. And tonight's starting pitcher is Lance McCullers Jr. Alright, so here we go. Now, the matchups do look ever so slightly in our favour, but if there's one thing I've learned from our team this season, the matchups I don't say they don't matter, but we do okay, I think, because for the first time ever, I've actually got a plan of how I want us to play, and it seems to be working for us. So it's going to be May leading us off at second base, Sadani Rafaela bats second at third, Vlad bats third at first. It is McQuaid in the field tonight, in left field cleaning up. Brennan Davis in right field bats 5. Petey Crow Armstrong in centre field bats 6. Triantos is DHing at 7. Swanson is short-stopping at 8. Nido is behind the plate tonight at 9. And as I say, McCullers Jr. is our man on the mound. 8-4 record, a 3.62 ERA, a whip of 134. They're up against Louis Gill for them. He has 18 games. He has a 6-5 record, an ERA of 4.13, a whip of 138. Now, the pitching matchup goes to them. It does look quite even, and he's faced us once this season, has an ERA of 7. So more of that, please. All right, so welcome to Wrigley. It's going to be Estrada to lead them off, batting .240 this season, and yeah, it's just it looks as though we're not just going to sneak into the playoffs this year. We're going to absolutely steamroll our way in, and we've just got to hope, that we're not peaking too early, I think, and I mean, injuries can always hurt us, can't they? As that is a catch from Kevin May, and what a catch it is as well. All right, it is Otani in now, batting .247 for them. A 1-2 pitch, and a strikeout for McCullers Jr. Good framing by Nido there to get that for us. Jacob Berry now comes in for them, batting .252, an 0-2 pitch. And McCullers Jr. strikes out 2 of the first 3. And we'll go and have a bat. Made will lead us off, batting .281 this season. It is a 2-2 pitch. Come on, Kev. Come on, mate. It is, no, back to the pitcher, 1 away. It'll bring in Rafaela. Now, he has got his 100th hit for the Cubs. Since we saw him last, he's batting .307 this season, but he strikes out there on a 1-2 pitch. And it'll bring Big Vlad Jr. to the plate, batting .302. One of our All-Stars. And he has popped it up into center field, and that'll do it for the first. So still scoreless at Wrigley. It'll bring in Luis Soto for them, batting .235 in a slump. But he does have a little bit of power about him. A 1-0 pitch, a ground ball. Kevin May is there. And that is out at first for 1 away. In comes Mike Jastrzemski. We'll go. I don't know what his name is, but we'll go with that. It's a 1-2 pitch. He's batting .224, and he'll be batting about .222 after that, as he is thrown out at first for the second out of the second. It'll bring Patrick Bailey in. He is batting .236. It's another 1-2 pitch. 2 out, no one on, and into right field. It will drop in front of Davis, and it'll be a 2-out single, the first hit of the game. It'll bring Grant McCray to the plate. He is batting .254, full count, watches strike 3. Let's go have a bat, boys, and it'll be McQuaid to lead us off. Good to have him back in the lineup, batting .326 this season. I think the only reason he's not on the leaderboard for a lot of things is that he was injured for 6 weeks, so he's missed a lot of baseball so far this season. Brennan Davis now batting .232. Now, ideally, he'd be doing a little bit better than that, but they've walked the second consecutive batter. It'll bring in Pete Crow Armstrong, who since last episode has got his 250th career hit, his 100th RBI, and his first All-Star appearance. And there's a strikeout, big build-up, and absolutely nothing for it. Triantos now comes in. It is a first pitch swing, 2 on, 1 out, and up the middle for Triantos, and it might open the scoring. It is coming around to score William McQuaid, and it's an RBI single for Triantos. It is good to see him back in a little bit of form with the bat. Swanson will come in now batting .242. A 2-0 pitch. Swanson hits into a double play. No, he doesn't. Oh, it's an error. Well, that is amazing for us. Devastating for them. Thomas Nido now batting .225. It's a first pitch swing. Nido has popped it up. Is it deep enough to score Brennan Davis from third? It looks like it is. A nice sac fly from Nido. It is 2-0. 2 out runners at the corners for Kevin Maid, who is 0 for 1. A 1-1. Kevin Maid has grounded it to the second baseman, who takes second base himself. Ends the inning, but not before we jump out to a 2-run lead. All right, it is Atenga. Let's go with that. Batting .227 this season. A 1-2 pitch and a strikeout, a 4th for McCullers Jr. Willie Adams comes in now, batting .189 this season. A 1-0 pitch. And he hits that up the middle for a 1-out single. So we're being out-hit as things stand right now, but that's okay. It's the runs that count. Estrada comes back in, 0 for 1 today. First pitch swing, ground ball, double play ball potentially. No, just first. So we have runner at second, 2 out for Otani, who's 0 for 1. A 1-2 pitch. Otani has just tied the game, hasn't he? You mother effer. Shohei Otani, 403 feet. And it is 2-2. In comes Jacob Berry, who's 0 for 1. A first pitch swing. And that is popped up into centre field. It'll be caught by Petey Crow Armstrong. It'll end at the third. But the game is tied. And we will go back to Rafaela now to lead us off. He's 0 for 1. A 2-0 pitch. And Rafaela has hit it well into centre field, but it is caught at the track. And it is 1 away. Vlad Jr. now, who's 0 for 1. A 1-1 pitch. Vlad Jr. grounds it to the second baseman. And that will be 2 away for William McQuaid with no one on. He walked last time up. He's 0 for 0. And he has popped that up into centre field to end the third. The game tied at 2. And it will come back out for Soto to lead them off. He is 0 for 1. It's a 1-2 pitch. And Soto has just given them the lead, I fear. Well, McCullers gives up a second home run in as many innings. 374 feet, that one. And suddenly we find ourselves behind, having hit the ball once. Jas Dromensky comes in, 0 for 1. And he's looking so good for McCullers, wasn't he? It's one of those where he was looking so good till he wasn't. And there's a catch for 1 away. Bailey now, who is 1 for 1. It's an 0-1 pitch. It's a ground ball to Maid. It is out at first for 2 away. And it is McRae, who is 0 for 1. It is a 2-1 pitch. It is a ground ball for Maid. It'll end the inning. But we are now behind as we go to bat in the 4th. It'll be Brennan Davis to lead us off. He walked first time around. A 2-0 pitch. And Brennan Davis may have just tied us back up. That is absolutely huge from Brennan Davis. And, well, nicely done. 393 feet. It's about his 16th of the year, I think. He has been in fantastic home run hitting form, leading the team possibly mostly down to 16th of the year, to the fact that McQuaid missed so many games. But we're tied at 3 to bring Pete Pro Armstrong in now. Oh, and have we gone back to back? It may be gone. It is gone. All-star Petey Crow Armstrong sends it 397 feet into right field this time. And just like that, we are back in front. It is 4-3. And Triantos now, who is 1 for 1 with an RBI. It is a 2-2 pitch for him. And he gets it into centre field. It's going to be caught, though. And that is 1 away. Dansby Swanson now comes in, 0 for 1 today. A first pitch swing. Swanson gets a good piece, but straight into centre field's glove. That'll be 2 away for Nido now, who got the sac fly last time up. It's a 1-2 pitch with no one on, 2 out. Nido looks a little confused. And that'll end the 4th, but we are 4-3 up going into the 5th. McCullers Jr. to a Tenga, who is 0 for 1. A full count. And a ball into left field. McQuaid with the diving catch. Oh, wonderful stuff. Who says he's just a bat? Adams comes in now. He is 1 for 1. It's a 0-2 pitch. It's an 0-3 pitch now because there is a strikeout for McCullers Jr. Estrada will come in with 2 out, no one on. It's a 1-2 pitch. And McCullers Jr. notches up another strikeout. His 100th of the season. And we will go and bat in the bottom of the 5th. Made to lead us off 0 for 2 tonight. Full count. Kevin Made into right field. It looks like it's going to be caught. It is. And that will be 1 away. In comes Rafaela, who's 0 for 2. The top 2 in the lineup haven't really done themselves justice, have they? There is a ground ball to the shortstop. That will be 2 away. And Vlad now 0 for 2. Top 3 haven't done themselves any favours tonight. It's a 1-2 pitch. 2 out. Make that 3 out as Vlad forgets to swing. And we'll go to the 6th with a 1-run lead. Otani to lead them off. We know what he did last time he was at the plate. Can we get a bit of revenge here, please, Lance? It is revenge in a manner of speaking as it's popped up to Petey Crow Armstrong. That is 1 away. It'll bring Berry in now, who's 0 for 2. It's a 1-0 pitch. It's a ground ball to Kevin Made. How many outs has Made made this game? It's got to be 5 or 6 already, doesn't it? All right, it is Soto who hit a home run last time he was at the plate. It's a full count, 2 out, no one on. And that'll do it for the top of the 6th. Well done, McCullers. Will be seen back in the 7th. Time will tell, I suppose. McQuaid will lead us off, though. He's 0 for 1. A 2-2 pitch. And McQuaid has hit that well enough, has he? Oh, he's absolutely crushed it. William McQuaid has sent it into right centre field, 400 feet. It looked like he popped it up, but he just had so much power. It just kept going. It's his 15th of the season, and it is now 5-3. Brennan Davis, who hit the home run last time up. It is a 2-2 pitch. Brennan Davis gets it into left field, and that will be a hit. Well done, Brennan Davis. Over at first. So it brings Pete Crow Armstrong in, who hit the home run last time up. And Pete Crow Armstrong this time has popped it up. Davis will go back to first, and he will stay there with 1 away. In comes Triantos. He is 1 for 2. It's an 0-1 pitch. Triantos grounds it potentially into a double play. He has. And that'll do it for the 6th. But we have leapt out to a 2-run lead now. And DJ Hurt will take over from here. So McCullers Jr. goes 6 inning, 3 earned runs on 4 hits. It is Rayo coming in to pinch hit. He's batting 200, 2 for 10 so far this season. What can the DJ do? 0-2 pitch. Have some of that, and that is 1 away. One thing that Hurt is a really good power pitching. See, his stuff is 75, but he still fits our ground ball philosophy, for lack of a better term, with 65. In comes Bailey now, who's 1 for 2. Full count. Ground ball. Swanson over to first. 2 away. And it is McRae now, who is 0 for 2. First pitch swing. McRae, ground ball to third base. Rafaela over to first. And it is time to stretch. We are 5-3 in front. Alright, welcome back. It is still Gill on the mound. It is Swanson at the plate. He is 0 for 2 tonight. It is a 2-1 pitch. What can Dansby do? He can ground it to the shortstop Union. And that is 1 away. It'll bring up Thomas Nido, who is 0 for 1 with a sac fly. It's an 0-2 pitch. Nido strikes out again. That is 2 away. It'll bring up Kevin Made, who is 0 for 3. A 2-2. And Kevin Made strikes out. And that will end the 7th. Hertz will continue to a Tenga, who is 0 for 2. It's a 2-2 pitch. Oh, DJ, that's too good, mate. Absolutely too good. And that is 1 away. Adams to the plate, who's 1 for 2. Another 2-2 pitch. Another strikeout. 2 away. And it'll bring Estrada up, who is 0 for 3 tonight. An 0-2 pitch. Oh, DJ. 3 strikeouts from 3 batters in the 8th. That is superb. All right, Devin Williams to the mound for them. He has an ERA this season of 101 from 26.2 innings. So a decent record. Rafaela's 0 for 3. Doesn't go 0 for very often, does Rafaela. It's a first pitch swing. And he has grounded that to the third baseman, and he will be going 0 for tonight. That is 1 away. It'll bring in Vlad, who is 0 for 3. An 0-2 pitch. And Vlad strikes out, so that is 2 away for McQuaid now, who is 1 for 2. Hit the home run last time up. A 2-2 pitch. And McQuaid strikes out as well. Well, there we go. Nothing added in the 8th. We'll go to the 9th. We have 2 runs to protect, and it's Bednar in his new role as closer. And he's going to start off against Otani, who is 1 for 3. It's a 2-0 pitch. Come on, Betty. Ground ball made over to first, 1 away. Brilliant. All right, Berry now, who is 0 for 3. Can we keep the 0? It's a full count. It's a well-hit ball into left field. McQuaid goes back, and it will be a double, a one-out double, which will bring tying run to the plate. All right, it's going to be Soto, who has hit a home run already tonight. An 0-2 pitch. And, oh, that is through. Is that going to be another run across the plate? No. Davis keeps them where they are, but runners at the corners with 1 away for Eloy Jimenez now, who is batting .220 this season. An 0-1. It gets away. Oh, it's a 1-run game. I tell you what, Bednar not endearing himself as a closing pitcher here, I've got to say. A 1-1 pitch now. That is into right field. Bednar should have that. Runner will go back to second, so they're down to their final out. And it is Patrick Bailey to the plate. He is 1 for 3 tonight. It's a 1-2 pitch. Can we finish it off? Yes, we can! But that was a tense game throughout. A really enjoyable game as well. 5-4 to the Cubs. So this is Bednar. He should be a decent closer, to be honest, but he maybe didn't quite do himself the full justice he could have done there, but we'll take it. And if we look at the standings, how did Cincinnati do? They've lost, so we've gone back to the top. We are currently the best team in baseball, and hopefully it just stays like that. You know, we've just got to win the division this year, don't we? We are so far. I mean, look at us compared to the rest of the division. It's a 2-horse race, and yeah, frustratingly, I mean, the rest of the National League is quite rubbish, really, apart from maybe the Dodgers. I mean, everybody else is pushing 500, so we've just got to win. If we win, I mean, well, it depends when we have to face the Reds. Maybe someone in the wild card can do us a favor there. But anyway, that's it for today. Let's get to the postseason first, then we can discuss how we're going to win it. We will be back in August. We will be back to face the Reds, obviously. Game 3 of a home series. Now, is that the last we play them? No, we've got to go to them, and then that's it. So we'll come back. Where are we here? So we'll come back for the Reds. Yeah. It's us and them. There is literally nobody else in the conversation this season. So hopefully that'll still be the case when we come back August 26th. Until then, take care.